Hopeless Fan Podcast. Oh my God. Here it comes. Charlie's in the trees.
Two-0.
Fuck,
man. I'm having like an emotional hangover day.
Yeah.
Like, I think I expelled too much of happiness last night to where today I can't even think straight. Like, like
It's
some
like,
of those
yeah,
days where you're supposed to work, you can't form thoughts.
I've never done Molly before, but I've heard that so much serotonin goes through your body that you're on the, like, you have your withdrawal is like you're on a come down where your body just has nothing left and you feel like absolute shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, that's I definitely can relate to that. When the Bucks went up 3-2, won 3 straight, and they were up 3-2 going into Game 6 of the finals, and it had been Bucks in 6 the whole playoffs. I was like, all right, this is it. So yeah, I definitely understand if you. So we are here. It is Friday, May 19th. No Shelby today. He is doing I think baseball games or some stupid shit. High school baseball games. So he is unavailable, but we had too much to talk about with the Nuggies and some other things we wanted to cover. Real quickly to get it out of the way, R.I.P. The GOAT, Jim Brown. He passed away yesterday. So
Did he really? What the fuck?
Yeah, well, he was like 80-something, so like 85 or some shit. So
The Browns running back?
Yeah.
What, really?
Yeah.
I feel like I should have...
You mean civil rights leader Jim Brown, who also played football?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No, I mean, not the civil rights thing. I don't think, like, whatever. But,
Care to elaborate on that?
No, I mean, it's cool.
You heard it here first. Scotty's okay with civil rights.
I'm just surprised.
Let me be the first to say, a lot of people.
I walked in and said, "Wow, this guy's a leader in civil rights." No,
I walked in and said, "Wow, this guy's dead."
Twitter didn't tell me, so that's why I'm surprised. But
the ESPN app. It's like that's how you know that it actually happened when you find out, 24 hours after it happened via an ESPN notification.
Via you on our podcast, but I really think that I didn't see it because ESPN was too busy talking about
the Lakers being down 0-2.
Yeah, or Rui being on Jokic being the solution to everything, even though that played no significant role at all in game 2.
Well, he didn't score. He didn't score a ton. Jokic didn't, but he still had a triple-double, so...
Yeah, 23 points, 17 assists or something. Or, no, 17 boards maybe?
Yeah.
He's insane, dude. He's, fucking unreal.
Yeah. But the real star of the show, you want to...
Fourth quarter Mall?
Yeah. Wax poetic on your boy right here.
Yeah. I mean...
he was my boy before he was your boy, but sure, go ahead.
I had to... it's one of those situations where he goes up in the fourth quarter, and I'm like, I might have to delete some tweets because he was fucking bad.
Yeah.
Before that, I mean, he was
great.
3 for 15,
something like that.
But the craziest thing is once he has one go in, I'm like, shoot it every time. Like, I don't care. Like, he could be so cold, and I'm still like, please just keep shooting.
Honestly, unsung hero of this game, aside from KCP gassing everybody up on the sideline. Did you hear what Van Gundy said when Van Gundy said when KCP was they had that mic'd up where KCP's gassing everybody up on the sideline or in the fourth quarter, and Van Gundy was like, "How many minutes has he played this second half?"
Yeah, he thought he was onto something he's thought he was about to
just being a fucking hater. Why he's obviously a bench player, and the Nuggets have been going with.
He's not even a bench. He's KCP starts too. That's the funny part.
Oh, okay. Well, it was just frustrating because it's they've been going with an 8-man rotation. They haven't been playing a ton of their players in every single game, which I think is kind of something that you don't really see that much in the NBA.
No, they only go 8. They've only had 8-man rotations, and for a little
that's
bit
something
in the second quarter.
that I've gotten used to with Dayton. That's just because they don't like to play. Anthony Grant's a terrible coach, but it's not something that you see that often from the NBA. And you could tell everybody was gassed at the end of that game.
Oh yeah,
I thought Jamal Murray's soul was going to fall out of his body.
Oh, when Jamal Murray hit the fourth three of the fourth quarter. I mean, he put up more points than the Lakers did in the fourth quarter. My soul fucking left my body. When he went goblin mode. When
he turned to Mike Breen and said bang.
Oh, dude, I literally could. Yeah, I just got drunk off
those are moments.
Emotion.
Those are moments you're going to remember the rest of your life.
Yeah. Yeah, and I fucking love it too. It's just dude, there's nothing better than when a player of your favorite team has backed up confidence. When, if Dylan Brooks was on my team talking shit in the locker room and then laid a fucking egg or wasn't hitting any shots, I would have been fucking pissed. But the fact that Jamal Murray can back it up and then points to the fucking Mike Breen and goes bang, that's fucking sex right there.
Yeah, I think that'll do it for Nuggets Talk for now, up 2-0. Next game is on Saturday, tomorrow, correct?
Yeah,
Or are they pushing it to Sunday?
Now, and who knows, it might be done by the time the next podcast comes out.
I'll have this posted tonight. But yeah, I'm calling gentleman sweep right now. You heard it here first. Gentleman sweep. I think the Lakers will win the first game in LA, and then it's Nuggets will get game 4, and then they'll come home and
hold on, let them cook.
Yeah, they'll come home and they'll win number 4, and you'll be able to have your celebration on your home court, which is what
Nuggets
you want.
never swept anyone in the history of their franchise.
Yeah, and they don't need to.
I want them to though.
No. Well,
I get up 2-0, and I'm like, are the Lakers going to win 4 out of 5? Fuck it, let's just go for the sweep.
Yeah. The Lakers looked terrible last night, except in moments, but they could not string anything together. It seemed like even though they were up the whole game, it was just Nuggets hang around. They got out to a 10-point lead, and then you were like, oh, okay, is this it? There's still so much time left in the third that it's like I don't know.
Speaking of the Lakers, it's like the whole talk was D'Angelo Russell too. He had such a bad game, and Bruce Brown of the Nuggets basically said that without saying it, that they used him as a traffic cone. They're like, oh yeah, every time he was out there, we just went at him, and then basically are letting him shoot and miss shots. And then he's had this whole publicity stunt, D'Angelo Russell, after the game 1. Went onto the court in full uniform, corny as ever, jacking up threes, just putting in the extra work. So you think he's going to have a big game in game 2, and brother went 4 for 17 and was just ass. Just proved that he's a bum. So
yeah, that was that I think I saw. I mean, you can never know how reliable these rumors are. There's worth their not really worth their salt. But you said he's in this. They were thinking about taking him out of the starting lineup, but they're worried that if they do, then they will quote lose him, meaning that he'll just kind of shut down. It was like, if that's true, why are you playing a guy? Why are you playing a guy who doesn't want to do everything in his power to help his team win in a moment right now? Now, I understand that kind of behavior during the regular season, but you're in the Western Conference Finals. You're a few games away from greatness, right? So I understand wanting to be the guy who got who averaged 20 whatever points in the Western Conference Finals or in the playoffs or whatever, and being the key player, but isn't averaging 11 points a game or 9 points a game and getting a ring better than averaging whatever he's averaging now, probably closer to 11 points a game and losing in the Western Conference?
Yeah, bro. If they're scared they're gonna lose a player in the Western Conference Finals because he's has a personal agenda or he's gonna get his feelings hurt, then he's just not built for the spotlight. I mean, that's ridiculous.
Right. Okay, so enough Nuggets talk. We will hopefully when we are back next podcast, they are in the finals. Real quick, I want to touch on hockey. Did you watch No, there's no way you watch the hockey game.
I heard about it.
4 overtimes.
Yeah, I wish I turned it on after the Nuggets game, but
the under still hit.
Didn't. What?
4
really?
overtime. Yeah. The over under was 5.5, and
it only takes one overtime goal, right? So
yeah, it's true. Yeah, if you go into 2, you're screwed. But still, 4 overtimes, and I mean, if you took the over.
Yeah.
What's interesting is that we're in the Eastern and Western finals in hockey at this point. The first game being last night, and then the next game tonight. The 4 teams that are left are from states that you would not associate with the cold game of hockey, right? You have the Florida Panthers, the Carolina Hurricanes, the Dallas Stars, and the Vegas Knights. So all teams that their home city is probably 87 degrees outside of their arenas at minimum, so I thought that was pretty interesting. Hockey unders right now might be the play, because if you look at
we're back on Zachy hockey unders.
Yeah, if you look the last game before last night was Monday, and it was the Stars were playing the Kraken, and that game ended 2-1. And then the week before that, you had I just had to close out my tab because an ad started blasting music in my ears. Let's see. Last night you had 3-2, and then you have the oh my god, this is really annoying. ESPN, fix your fucking website. How about that?
Great.
How about that? Thanks. Monday, Sunday. Monster. Oh yeah, the Golden Knights. Okay, that one went over. So maybe don't know what I'm talking about. Yeah, you know what? Hockey overs. I changed my mind.
Oh no, we're on hockey overs.
We're on hockey.
I like that
playoff
better.
overs. Playoff overs.
I mean, who wants to root for the under, especially in hockey?
Yeah, and playoffs too. Conference finals.
Hockey, you only get so much fucking activity. So, Did you watch the hockey game last night?
Yeah, I did. I was watching that before I switched over.
And you worked today?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm done, dude. I am done.
Dang, you should have came over last night.
I am done. I didn't know what I was going to be doing today.
Did you see on back to a basketball note real quick, just to discuss a meme? Did you see Austin Reeves' post game interview and his he's turned into a meme basically, just of an emo looking 2009 emo kid. Hold on, I'm sending you a DM with the images. Bleacher Report tweeted it with a bunch of captions of ladies and gentlemen, the lead singer of Foul Out Boy.
Foul Out Boy? Oh,
yeah.
I get
Wait
it.
till you see the image.
Foul Out?
Panic at the Crypto.
That's pretty funny, actually. Oh, Panic at the Crypto. That is comedy gold.
Blink 180 Down 02.
Oh, they changed his hair to...
Cut my life into pieces. AD won't space the floor.
35-inch vertical nails.
Bro, I'm telling you.
He wishes he was Trent Reznor. Damn.
Right. He's just, is he Caruso with good hair? No, that's Christian Brown.
Caruso, yeah.
Arthur Christmas, man. Jesus, they did him dirty, bro.
Oh, no.
Anyway, so now that Shelby isn't here to structure the podcast, should we do our own things with some media?
Yeah. We rarely do we get to talk about things Marvel, because as soon as we do, Shelby shuts down. But he's not here, and Phase 4 ended a little while ago. We're into Phase 5. We've had a few movies into Phase 5, a few a series or two, I think, since then. But so we're going to do a draft of Phase 4 films and series. So we have 7 films and we have 8 series. So Scotty, I'm going to be a gentleman. I'm going to let you go first. And I'll let you know. We started out with just doing our own definitive rankings. I will still share my personal rankings when we're done. But yeah, Scotty had the better idea of actually drafting and see. We could have Nathan grade this one too because Nathan actually cares. Nathan actually cares about.
Does he?
Yeah, he likes Marvel. So
hey, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, by the way, is said to be Phase 4.
Is it Phase 4?
It says Blade is too.
Blade's not going to be out for a while.
This is a fucking. This must have been.
Yeah, I just went off of the Wikipedia.
I'm trying to get a fucking.
I just went off Wikipedia.
Wikipedia.
Yeah, Marvel Phase 4. I went. That has a list of the accepted films and series definitively. I believe it's Wikipedia. It couldn't possibly be wrong.
All right, man. This is gonna be tough. Like, I actually hate that you gave me the number one pick. I hate it.
I think it's pretty easy.
What, the first one? You think?
Yeah, I think so. But
yeah, Spider-Man: No Way Home.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah,
that's the one.
If it was Guardians, that would be my number one. But
okay. Hot take. I think No Way Home is still better than Guardians, but that leaves me with an easy decision, and I'm gonna go with Loki.
Yeah. I considered that's a good pick. I think both of those are just like the obvious. Two. All right. Well, in that case, I might shock you, but I'm going.
Please do.
Shang-Chi.
Wow. And you can have it.
That's a top 10 Marvel movie.
Whew, no, it isn't. But you are entitled to your opinion.
I love Shang-Chi.
No, it's good. It's good. It really is good, and it's in the upper echelon of Phase 4 for sure. But
I wish it's
not even top 3 Phase 4 movies. To be honest with you.
Ooh, that's a hot take. What sucks
not as
about
hot
it,
as you might think.
You know what sucks about it is that they
a lot of people
haven't put Shang-Chi in anything else. They like came out with this great movie, great director, great production, and then
he's been busy.
Has he?
I think so. I don't know. Crazy Rich Asians too, probably.
Oh yeah, right.
All right. Dear God, he had better be in that, or I'm in trouble. Okay. Well, then
I'm looking it up right the fuck now.
That makes this next one easy for me. I'm going to go with WandaVision.
Yeah. I debated that, but you got the two good shows. I should have gone. Then we would have each had what? Actually, I'll ask at the end of this to see what your number 2 would have been had I picked it. Sure. But man, this is where it gets a little bit tough because there's the obvious great ones, and then it becomes preference.
It helped that I took the time to put together my definitive list, so I already know. Okay, this is my highest one left. Sure.
Yeah,
and I could just go right into it.
I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna take the other. I'm gonna take a show, and I'm gonna go Moon Knight.
Okay, yeah, that's in my top 3 of TV shows.
Yeah.
All right. And at the end, we can talk about, as we go through, we can talk a little bit about what we like most about. Just a quick blurb about what we like most about each one of these.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go with my first movie off the board, and this might be controversial for some people. All of these are going to be controversial to somebody.
If I think if I think I know what it is, I don't think it would be that controversial.
It's Black Panther 2.
Yeah. That's one of the 2 acceptable ones, I think.
Yeah, Black Panther 2 for me. We'll talk about it at the end. Yeah, so that's my
talk about it. Talk about it now.
Okay, so Black Panther 2, I think I don't know. It got a lot of hate after the fact. Like the first 2 was weird. Like the first 2 weeks of this movie, everybody was like, "This is incredible. This is awesome. What a great remembrance of Chadwick Boseman's memory and all that kind of stuff." And then after that, people were like, "This is terrible." And I'm like, how is it terrible? Tell me how this is terrible. Namor is one of the most bad, in my opinion.
Yeah, he is.
He is a top 3 solo movie villain.
Yeah. And he'll probably end up fighting alongside the Avengers at one point. And
yeah, absolutely.
And
he's already cast in Secret Wars, and
Is there a
and Kang Dynasty.
Is there a title card in the end credits that he will return?
I don't know. I don't remember, but you know,
Gotcha.
he's on the IMDb list for both of those movies. So
yeah, I'm gonna go with Doctor Strange Multiverse
the
of
last
Madness
thing,
next.
yeah, that's number 3 on my movies. I was going to say though, the thing that makes the fight on the bridge, where they take what's her name? I'm blanking on her name. Oh my god, what's her name?
Shuri.
Yeah, Shuri. Oh my god, total brain fart there. The fight on the bridge between Namor's henchman and Okoye. Oh my god, that was worth the price of admission. All right, so Scotty takes Multiverse of Madness off the board.
Yeah, I think it's like it's like Marvel meets horror. Parts of it was definitely corny. That's why it's lower on the list. But I actually like this movie more than a lot of people.
It's something. It was something different, and that's the reason why Moon Knight is so high on my list. Because it was like a breath of fresh air.
Totally, and I think underrated as fuck. Even though she's a part of both our lists already, but Wanda is
a show stealer.
Is one of the dopest Avengers there is.
Yeah.
She's I mean, she's the most powerful Avenger.
All right. Next. Now we're starting to get into the stuff I didn't really enjoy that much.
Yeah.
I did enjoy this show. It had a lot of faults, but it did make me excited for the Thunderbolts movie. So I'm going to go with Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Yep. Falcon Winter Soldier. I'll be honest, I haven't watched all of the shows yet.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I watched.
Fan.
I think that there are a lot of them. And the reason they're down on our list is because a lot of them are cash grabs. Didn't need to be a show.
Right.
Did not need to be a show. Anyway, thoughts on Falcon Winter Soldier? I mean, what's his name? Sam Wilson's suit is like one of the best in Marvel at the end.
And they already changed it.
They already changed it. Yeah. For the upcoming.
That's a bummer. But I did really enjoy. There was another part that I wish she had more time in Black Panther 2 was Julia Louis-Dreyfus's character, the Countess. So that I'm really excited about. This movie. Well, I don't want to spoil that. So I'm excited for the Thunderbolts. Every character on the Thunderbolts are usually like the thing I enjoyed most about what they were introduced in, which we'll get into more here soon. So, all right, your pick. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 properties left here.
Man, I'll go Black Widow.
Wow,
I'll go Black Widow here. That's the best one of the movies left.
Really?
Yeah. Of the movies left, yeah, I think. I mean, I think it was a good... Looking back, I think it ages well because it's like, how do you follow up Endgame with Black Widow? I mean, that is like an awful decision just because like the quality of like what we just came from with those two movies.
It does suffer... I think it does suffer from the huge delay because of the pandemic.
Yeah. But after Phase 4 ended, I think looking back at Black Widow, it's a better movie than it was when it was released.
Regardless of the pandemic, it was a mistake to put this after. I mean, this movie should have come out.
Oh, I agree.
Like after Iron Man 3 or something like that.
Yeah. There's
no reason why. I mean, where it takes place canonically is around that time. So it doesn't really make much sense why they would... it was a mistake to wait that long. And I understand Scarlett Johansson, very... high demand actor in Hollywood, and I'm sure that availability had something to do with it, but to wait until after Endgame, the end of 10, 11 years of planning to release this solo movie was a big mistake.
Yeah, agreed. What's your next pick?
What If?
That was probably going to be my next one.
Yeah, I've only got one movie. I'm picking all shows here.
I know.
But I think that's just the way, because I mean, really, the only three movies that I really, really, really enjoyed were, you took two of them. So
yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna have to go with What If. And the reason I enjoyed What If, there were a lot of episodes that were not very great, but the episodes that were fantastic were just amazing. And you can't go wrong with Chadwick Boseman's last portrayal of T'Challa. Really hits home. The zombie episode, fantastic. The episode where Vision gets all the Ultron gets all the Infinity Stones. That was awesome. The Thor partying episode was great. So yeah, I really, really enjoyed What If.
Yeah, What If was good. My next one, I'm going to go with Hawkeye.
Okay.
I mean, we're getting down to the scrubbish, and Hawkeye at least was solid. You combine it, who doesn't love Christmas? Festive. Mm-hmm. I'll go with Hawkeye and call it a day.
Okay. I'm going to go with Thor: Love and Thunder.
Yeah.
This is a movie that I think gets the most, I don't know. It's close. I think this movie gets the most undeserved hate. Now, I'm not saying it's above reproach. It definitely deserves to be ragged on a little, at least a little bit.
What's the worst movie of
the amount of, in my opinion?
Actually, it's not. There's still one more movie up here that we get worse.
Yeah.
Which is fair, I think.
Thor 4. There's a lot of people clamp onto these scenes, like a handful of scenes, and they say, "Oh, this is so cringe," and that it's become it's become the thing to rag on when the movie is brought up. Like the scene with Natalie Portman and Emma Thompson and the Bluetooth speaker. They're just like, "Oh, this is so cringe." I was like, "Why? Explain to me why this is cringe." Because the internet told you it was cringe?
Yeah.
It's just two chicks that are listening to a song. I mean, it's silly. That's what... I mean, did you not watch... You love Thor Ragnarok. That movie was silly. Is it not allowed to be silly? I don't understand. There was some gripes about the CGI of, the little kid's floating head. Sure, whatever. But, aside from that, I don't think it deserves to be... It's on a lot of people's lists of, bottom of the barrel Marvel movies, and really, it just isn't.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are upset with, Jane Foster being in it. And, I don't think I don't think they think Thor was as, serious enough. It's like they think that he leaned too much into the humor that Ragnarok had and not much into the badassery, I guess. But I mean, we can't go the explanation of it without bringing up the top five villain of Phase 4 at least. That was Gore. And
yeah. And I can definitely understand the complaint of him being underutilized in this movie, which I would agree with. But that's you're complaining about something that was good about the movie. It's like, this guy was so good, I wish he had been in more of it. And so if you're complaining about something like that, then that doesn't make a movie terrible. It makes it missing some of its potential. But it doesn't make that means that you enjoyed something in the movie, so it kind of disproving your own argument if that's going to be one of your main complaints.
Yeah, agreed. Okay, so my next film, or no, it's not going to be film.
The only film that's left.
Yeah, I'm not doing it. I literally won't do it. I'm going to do I Am Groot.
Oh yeah, I didn't put that on here, but we could throw that in there. Since it's shorts.
Yeah. Oh fuck. If that case, I'm actually.
Or you want to include? I don't know if it counts because it wasn't on the Wikipedia list, but you could go.
I want to do the Christmas special.
Okay, yeah, or Werewolf by Midnight.
I see that. Yeah.
Or Werewolf by Night, or whatever that was called.
Yeah, we could do special. So that's technically a special presentation, not a show or a movie.
A series. Yeah.
So I say we use both of those as honorable mentions. We obviously know that those are Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special was great. It was fun.
Yeah,
It was awesome.
And
funny,
Werewolf by
hilarious.
Night was really good too.
Yeah. So
I thought.
Anyway, honorable mentions.
got-
Still, I Am Groot though is
Okay.
that show.
Do you want to take I Am Groot or what?
Yeah. Still
Okay.
taking it.
Okay. We will allow it in there. Okay. This is gonna get some hate, I think, but
I mean, there's only fucking 3 things left.
I actually really liked She-Hulk. Like,
Whoa.
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. I think a lot of the big problem is the series is a little too long, too many episodes. It didn't need to be that many episodes. I understand you probably had limited time with Ruffalo. He's a busy guy, but what you used him for in this, I felt was a little mismanaged. But aside from that, I enjoyed her character. I enjoyed the Wong stuff. I thought that was a lot of fun. So, yeah, I had a lot fewer gripes about this show than a lot of other people did. We got Daredevil back, which is a huge W in and of itself, which alone allows this show to stand above what I think is the worst part of Phase 4.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I think She-Hulk gets a lot of hate because of all of the
women,
the production shit that happened. Beforehand, so people wrote it off like without ever even seeing it because of like because there was like images that surfaced of
the
like
CGI looked bad. It was like, oh, you mean the unfinished CGI doesn't look great?
And, and then also the rumor that like Disney reps had seen it and were like pissed because of how bad it was.
Sure.
It was like wasn't up to level.
Well, that's how. I mean, if you're a producer and you're upset with how something is coming along as subpar, I think that's how you actually get it to change. You leak a story like that, saying that a lot of people are upset with this. I mean, wow! As I looked at it, I said, "Wow, the CGI is bad." I think that's how you can kind of get things to improve, and I think it worked. It got.
Look at my Lady Hulk over there. Isn't she the greatest?
Is she the greatest? Okay, so do you want to take?
No, I'm taking Miss Marvel. You can have Eternals. Miss Marvel.
Okay.
I'm taking Miss Marvel. She. It's
that's all right.
It's not fucking terrible. Like I can watch it and be amused. And honestly.
Look,
the Marvels,
I watched every episode. I hate this show, and I still watched, and I watched every episode at 3 a.m. when they came out.
Yeah.
So, I did not enjoy it until the only part that I enjoyed was the post-credit scene where they played the X-Men '97 theme when the guy said the word mutant.
Yeah.
That was the best part of the show for me. So. Not that I have any issue with the character. It was the scenarios that she was in, the supporting characters, the story. It didn't grab me. It didn't pull me in. And that's fine. You're not supposed to identify with every Marvel story because not every Marvel story is meant to strike a chord with every single person. But you're there for the world building and because you don't want to be lost and non-invested in all the characters when these movies come out and these other shows come out in the future. And, if we build all the way to Secret Wars and something really momentous happens with Kamala Khan and you didn't watch the show because you heard it was bad, then you're not going to be as invested in her character, right? So,
and you know what? The Marvels trailer,
you gotta put the work in if you want to have the whooping and screaming in the movie theater. All right, we put in 10 years and we got that beautiful payoff with Infinity War and Endgame. Okay, now we're putting in the time, we're putting in the hours, we're fucking grinding, and when Secret Wars come out,
watching the game tapes
and
at 3 a.m.
somebody else is playing Kang and Kang Dynasty, or whatever happens with that, you're gonna thank yourselves that you stayed up until 3 a.m. Eastern time to watch the terrible shows.
Yeah, the Marvels trailer doesn't look bad.
Yeah, no, I think that's like one of the most disliked YouTube video Marvel YouTube trailers.
Really? People don't like it.
Yeah. Well, it's just guys being,
Bros,
men
dude.
being angry about women.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's the same reason that
People don't like the new Black Panther and whatever.
Yeah, when Ms. Marvel, the critic score is so high and then the audience score is so low. It's just because it's the same reason that the Captain Marvel it's the same deal. Critics score very high, audience score very low. It's trolls.
Do you want to explain why Eternals is the worst the worst piece of media that Marvel has put out?
I have it above Black Widow, so
wow.
Maybe you need to explain it.
It's the only Marvel thing I've ever fallen asleep to.
Really?
Yep.
Like while you were the first time you saw it?
First time I saw it, watching it, fell asleep when they were in the woods fighting.
Wow.
Not good. Didn't.
I thought it was.
Couldn't relate to the characters. It was like packing it. It was packed too much. It was like this new story, completely new story that had nothing to do with anything else, and I couldn't buy in. I think they made it hard to buy in.
Yeah.
Storytelling wasn't very good, in my opinion.
I tried to look at it as more of a Moon Knight situation. Not that I'm saying it's as good as Moon Knight, but it is something that is entirely off from what we had been dealing with something new, something different. It's different. It had a different setting, different pacing. I like the sort of back in time stuff. That was, I think, the stuff that I enjoyed the most was, when they're back in like history of the Earth. I think that's cool. Then they should have spent more time outside of the modern setting. I really enjoyed Kumail Nanjiani's character. I wish he had been in it more. That guy makes me laugh always. If you haven't seen The Big Sick, you definitely need to see that. Kumail Nanjiani is a treasure.
He's great. Silicon Valley.
Yeah.
Classic.
The scene where he's talking to Ray Romano in The Big Sick, and Ray Romano asks him, "So 9/11.
Oh yeah.
What are your thoughts?" he's like, I never talk. He's like, you never talked to somebody about 9/11? He's like, I just want to know your stance. He's like, oh, anti. We lost 9 of our best guys. Fantastic. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna go with my. So I have Black Panther 2, Loki, WandaVision, Falcon Winter Soldier, What If, She-Hulk, Thor 4, and I guess Eternals.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I would take it over Black Widow. I was thinking Black Widow was going to be. I figured it'd be Black Widow or Eternals. That would be one that we left off our list, but we added I Am Groot, so it evened out.
Yeah.
Scotty has Moon Knight, Hawkeye, Ms. Marvel, I Am Groot, No Way Home, Multiverse of Madness,
You can't
Shang-Chi.
start out with those. You got to start out with the number one pick.
Well, I'm going back and forth between TV and
I have them all. No Way Home, Shang-Chi, Moon Knight, Multiverse of Madness, Black Widow, Hawkeye, I Am Groot, and Ms. Marvel. And honestly, the clear winner is Spider-Man No Way Home. Everyone can. I mean, you literally have your entire childhood Spider-Man love on one screen. I mean, come on.
Yeah. And here's my rankings of the movies. So number 1, I have No Way Home. Number 2, I have Black Panther 2. Number 3, I have Multiverse of Madness. 4, I have Shang-Chi, however you pronounce it. 5, Thor 4. 6, Eternals, and 7, Black Widow. And out of the series, I have Loki 1, WandaVision 2, Moon Knight 3, Falcon Winter Soldier 4, What If 5, She-Hulk 6, Hawkeye 7, and Ms. Marvel 8. I didn't really like Hawkeye very much. I actually enjoyed She-Hulk more. Now, I think Hawkeye in and of itself is a better show as a TV show. It is a better all-around show, but I found myself looking forward to more, maybe because it was a new, all-around new character. And I really do love the Neil Blonsky character that they brought back from the Edward Norton Hulk movie.
Yep.
But I found myself looking forward to She-Hulk more each week than I did Hawkeye.
Gotcha.
Although I am very excited. I was very excited to see Kingpin at the end of that. So one thing I did really enjoy. I'm not sold on Haley Steinfeld yet, but I'm sure I'll get there.
Where do you put the
Ms. Marvel? I have as the worst TV show.
No, I mean, where do you put the new Guardians?
Oh, the Guardians movie?
Yep.
If I were to add it into Phase 4 or just as a Marvel MCU movie altogether?
I'm talking overall Marvel. Where do you put it?
Oh, you want to know my top 5? Or like where this goes?
Yeah, give me your top 5 all-time Marvel movies.
Oh, God. Okay. Endgame's number 1. Infinity War's number 2. That's a 1-2 for me.
That's a fucking that is
I just
an
love those.
insane take that you have Endgame before.
Yeah, I like Endgame. I liked Endgame more than Infinity War. I really did. But it's sort of a 1A 1B type situation.
Wow.
But just Captain America using the hammer, it was a religious experience for me.
Yeah.
So much so that it was like that and him saying Avengers Assemble is the greatest in my opinion, the greatest moments in MCU history. And that takes the cake for me. The time heist, I understand, is a little bit of drudge for some people, and it kind of wears on them as it lowers its rewatch value. Whereas Infinity War, I see how that has I think Infinity War has a slightly better rewatch value, but in terms of my experience in the theater, which is usually how I rank these movies, I base it more off of theater experience than I do rewatchability, which can be their own 2 different lists if we've got 2 more hours to talk about this. So anyways, to answer a short question the long way, so I have Endgame, Infinity War. 3, I probably... This is where things get tricky.
Does Guardians crack your top 5?
I don't think so. Probably gonna have to put No Way Home at 3. And then number 4 is Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
And then number 5. This is where we get into some real either OG Avengers or I could say OG Avengers or Guardians 3.
Yeah.
Are there at number 5.
My top 5 is so easy.
Yeah.
It's just Infinity War, Endgame, No Way Home, Guardians 3, and Thor Ragnarok.
Oh, really? You have Thor Ragnarok in your top 5?
Yeah.
Yeah. Winter Soldier for me was just...
I like Winter Soldier. I just it's I don't know. I don't like it as much as other people like it.
Yeah.
What's hilarious about the Thor franchise is how high Ragnarok is on most people's lists and how low every other Thor film is. It's like consensus Thor films outside of Ragnarok are bottom 5.
The first one was good. The Dark World is... I need to go back and rewatch that. But The Dark World is one that I don't even... This is how I know a Marvel movie's bad. I don't remember seeing... I know I saw it in the theater because I've seen everyone in the theater, but I don't remember seeing it in the theater.
Yeah.
So, like that, Iron Man 2, which I think is still a great movie. That opening scene at the racetrack and then where he puts on the briefcase suit was... It still is one of the most, incredible suits.
Yeah.
That's another. If you want to make another list, top 5 Iron Man suits. That's a top 5 Iron Man suit.
I mean, we could put Civil War.
We could go for.
I mean,
Civil War was definitely an experience. I saw that. I made a mistake on that one. I saw that. I couldn't resist it.
Yeah.
But there was a leak the Wednesday, the day before it came out, that Thursday.
On Spider-Man was coming?
I watched the whole movie. I watched the whole movie on my computer the day before it came out.
Oh my God.
Because I couldn't resist it. Definitely a mistake. But I still went and saw it the next day. But
you introduced all these characters with each other. Like that was like Captain America: Civil War was low-key an Avengers movie.
Yeah. I think it definitely, like, if you want to say, oh, which, solo movie collection is the best, well, it has to be that one, right? Because if you think about Captain America, you have what's a lot of people put in their top 5, Winter Soldier, and then you have a Avengers Light movie in there as well. Like,
yeah,
I think what almost cracks my top 5 is Homecoming.
Ah, man, I love Homecoming. It was good.
Really?
Yeah, I mean it's top half.
Homecoming's fantastic. I really did love Homecoming.
Spider-Man, I think until No Way Home has always, like Tom Holland's movies, he's always worked better in other people's movies. So like the Avengers movies, Civil War, he's like I didn't love Homecoming for that reason, like as a standalone. Because it's like, it's just Tom Holland getting his ass beat most of the time, and it's just like,
yeah, it's true. Okay, anyway, all right, we're at 45 minutes of.
Wait, one more thing. One more thing. I want to ask ChatGPT what the top Marvel films are. So so we can move on while I do that.
Okay, yeah, I'll set this up while you're asking our soon-to-be AI overlords think. So let's get back to sports. So we have something I put together. A younger or older. So I'm going to give Scotty a player, and and then I'm going to say, okay, this player, this is how old they are. This is the day, month, and year they were born. Okay? And then I'm going to give him another player, and he needs to tell me within a couple seconds, no cheating, okay, honor system, just off your gut, are they younger or are they older than the first stated player? Okay?
Okay.
We can do that?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. There's one I forgot to put there, or two players I forgot to put their exact date of birth, so I'm going to have to look that up real quick while I do this. Okay. I know I have their age, just forgot to put their day, month, and year.
It would be stupid if I was too good at this.
I know, right? I don't want to hear any typing, or else I'm going to punch you in the throat. All right, so we're going to start out with a former Bronco. Okay. Joe Flacco.
Oh, Broncos legend, yeah.
Broncos legend. He is 38 years old. Okay. Uh-huh. He was born January 16th, 1985.
Okay.
Is he older or is he younger than Aaron Rodgers?
Oh, fuck. I'm going to go with younger.
That is correct.
Yeah.
He is 38. Aaron Rodgers was born, is 39. Aaron Rodgers was born December 2nd, 1983.
Yeah. I mean, it's the 04 or 05 draft versus Flacco's draft in like 08.
08.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Okay. So you're 1 for 1. Moving on. Now your personal favorite player, Travis Kelce.
Oh, Trevor Siemian.
Travis Kelce is 33 years old. Okay.
Yep.
He was born October 5th, 1989. Is he older or younger than Fletcher Cox?
Oh, Fletcher Cox. Fuck. Mm-hmm. I'm going to go with he is younger than Fletcher Cox.
Is he older or is he younger? Let's find out. He is older than Fletcher Cox.
Wow, Fletcher Cox is not aging well.
Yeah. Let's see here. Travis Kelce was born October 5th, 1989. And Fletcher Cox was born December 13th, 1990.
Wow. Okay.
Travis Kelce is older than Fletcher Cox. Yeah. All right. Philip Lindsay.
Okay.
Philip Lindsay. He was born.
What if I just said it?
July 24th, 1994. So he's a month younger than me. He's 28 years old. Okay. Is he older or younger than Todd Gurley?
Oh, fuck. I'm going to go... Todd Gurley, I think, retired at the age of 20. I'm going to go he's older than Todd Gurley.
Yes, he is a few days older than Todd Gurley. Todd Gurley born August 3rd.
I feel like a lot of these are like meant to be like surprising.
Yeah, though that's the way I put it together.
Yeah. So that is like I feel like that aspect of it is helping me.
Yeah, well I changed it around. Okay. Some of them.
Yeah,
Some of them was like,
off.
You think he would be older? Oh, you think he would be younger? Okay.
Yeah. Or like, you think he would be younger, but he is younger, but maybe I would think because you're saying it, I would say older.
Yeah. Okay. Juju Smith-Schuster is 26 years old. Okay, he was born. He was born on 9/11. No, he was born November 22nd, 1996.
Why even make that joke?
Wasn't a joke.
No, I mean the September 11th.
Oh,
it just came out of nowhere. That
wasn't a joke. I'm just wrong. No, he's 26 years old. He was born November 22nd, 1996. Is he older or is he younger than Cowboys wide receiver Noah Brown of Ohio State?
I'm gonna say he's younger.
He is younger.
Nice.
He is Noah Brown, born January 6th of 1990. Oh, did I mess this up? Hang on.
Oh boy.
Noah Brown is. Who did you say? Okay, what did you say?
I said Juju was younger than Noah Brown.
That is correct. Yes. Okay. Noah Brown, born January of the same year.
Oh, thank God.
Okay. Zadarius Smith.
Okay.
Is 30 years old.
Thought he'd be older, honestly.
He's 30 years old. He was born September 8th of 1992.
Okay.
Is he older or is he younger than Quandre Diggs?
Quandre Diggs?
Mm-hmm.
As a safety, I'm going to say he's older.
You said Zadarius Smith is older than Quandre Diggs?
Yeah.
That is correct. He was Quandre Diggs was born January 22nd of 93. Nice. All right, Scotty is 3 for 4. Very good. Very good. Okay. Tua Tagovailoa is 25 years old. He was born March 2nd of 1998. Is he older or younger than Stetson Bennett?
I think he's fucking younger. No, I'm gonna go old. I'm gonna go older because that's the joke. Right? Oh fuck! Wait.
No,
I'm gonna go older.
In?
Yeah, I'm locking in that Tua is older.
Tua is actually younger than Stetson Bennett. Stetson Bennett born October 28th, 1997. Tua born March 2nd, 1998.
That's fucking insane.
Right.
That should be not allowed. And you know what the funniest thing about that I just saw a tweet the other day is? Stetson Bennett didn't even get his degree. It's like, dog. What the fuck were you doing?
What is this Van Wilder shit going on here?
What is this Cardell Jones ass shit?
Yeah.
He wasn't there to play school.
Fucking Brandon Whedon looking ass. All right. All right. Von Miller is 34 years young.
Yeah.
March 26, 1989. Is he older or younger than Russell Wilson?
Who was the first one?
Von Miller.
Oh,
is he older or is he younger than Russell Wilson?
I'm just going by drafts. I'm going to say he's younger than Russell Wilson.
That is correct.
Yeah.
Russell Wilson born November 29th, 1988.
Yeah.
So a few months older.
Oh, shit.
He is a few months older than Von Miller. You got it correct. Von Miller is younger, but just by a few months.
Yeah.
Okay.
Closer than I thought. But
okay. Ted Karras, lineman for Cincinnati.
Oh, our Cincinnati downtown friend.
I know. We met him.
Yeah.
We met him. And I thought he was going to kill me when I told him I was a Ravens fan.
Yeah.
Okay. He is 30 years old. Okay.
He's easy pickings.
He was born March 15th, 1993 in Chicago, Illinois. Okay. Is he older or younger than Trevor Siemian?
How old is Ted Karras?
He's 30 years old.
Oh, he's younger.
Ted Karras is younger than Trevor Siemian, who is 31.
Yeah.
I found that surprising. I thought Trevor Siemian was like 27 tops. Okay, this is our last one.
He's a wily vet.
He's a wily vet. All right, this is our last one.
Okay.
This is fun. I like this. I'm going to do it again for Shelby. I'm going to have to make it harder, though. All right.
You got to throw him off, yeah.
All right. Michael Thomas, wide receiver, formerly of Cincinnati, now on Ravens practice squad. He is 28 years old. Is he older or younger than Michael Thomas, wide receiver, New Orleans Saints?
I'm going to say he's 28. Michael Thomas, the other one came out. Fuck, dude. This would just be by a couple months, I feel like, or a year. I'm I'm going to say he's younger than Saints Michael Thomas.
That is correct. 2 years younger. Michael Thomas of the Saints is 30.
Fuck.
Now.
Damn, 30?
Yeah. Additionally,
how old did
safety practice squad safety for Cincinnati, Michael Thomas. There's another one, by the way. Is he older or younger than wide receiver for the Saints, Michael Thomas? This is a little bonus.
Younger.
He's older. He's 33.
Oh, okay.
That one doesn't count. But I thought it was funny. I was looking for Michael Thomas. I thought he was still on the Bengals, and I saw this guy. I was like, "There's no way that wide receiver for the Bengals is 33 fucking years old."
Yeah.
And then I saw it said the position said safety. I was like, "These motherfuckers got another Michael Thomas, and it's still not the good one." All right. Okay. Very good. You were. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
I was like 7 of 9.
2 wrong. Yeah, 7 of 9. Very good. Very good. All right. Well, I will prep this for Shelby next week. We'll do it again. See if he fares better. You have anything else to say before we head out?
Yeah, we had well, one, I have the top 10 AI Marvel movies.
Oh yeah.
And
yeah, let's touch on that.
I just want to quit. This is just by critical acclaim, so it's kind of stupid.
Okay.
Endgame, number 1, obviously.
Can't argue with that.
Black Panther 1, number 2.
So it's just going off. If I wanted to see a Rotten Tomato score here,
and then seriously, so these are all just critical acclaim. So Infinity War, Iron Man 1, Guardians of the Galaxy 1, Captain America: Winter Soldier, Thor: Ragnarok, Spider-Man: Into the Spider-Verse.
Jesus. Molly didn't like that pick. Into the Spider-Verse. That's not an MCU movie.
Right. Captain America: Civil War and Avenger, and this has a 2021 cutoff. Anyway.
Gotcha.
And
so ChatGPT not going to take anybody's job soon.
No, not yet. What do you think is? What do you think of Dave and Ted Lasso?
Oh yeah. I forgot our TV roundup real quick. I loved the Met Gala episode of Dave last night. That was really good.
It's funny because it's like, I mean, you could like be falling in love with someone and then or Dave is like falling in love with someone and it's like, oh, finally he's gonna have a girlfriend or whatever, and then it's just like, well,
and then Rachel McAdams.
What are you supposed to do if Rachel McAdams just
drops
into your life? Like what?
Or a photographer from Wisconsin. Let me think. I don't know. That's a tough decision. You're telling me that Rachel McAdams of The Notebook and Doctor Strange is macking on me at the Met Gala, or I have a chick who takes pictures and is a fan of the Badgers.
It's a funny dilemma.
That's an easy pick. Yeah. Ted Lasso. This has been an up and down season for me. I feel like every other episode is good, and the other ones are not so good.
I think it's definitely better than the second.
Better than season 2.
Yep.
Yeah, it's better than season 2.
No doubt. Agreed.
But that season 2 was. I can't tell if season 2 is bad. Not bad, but I can't tell if season 2 is like meh because of how amazing season 1 was, and I was just let down, or if it's actually just kind of meh.
Right.
I have to go back and watch. I've only watched all these episodes once, so. I will say I'm having a similar conundrum with. I know you don't watch it, but the new season of Barry. Which it's definitely I haven't there hasn't been something that I expected to happen in an episode of Barry since like middle of season 2. So I will say that show's keeping me on my fucking toes.
Yeah.
Those who bought in early on Barry are having a good time right now. I think if you try to pick it up now, you lose a bit of the luster when you can binge the whole thing.
Yeah, agreed. And I mean, do you watch Succession?
I've watched the first season, and then I just haven't gotten back in it. So I'm waiting for it to be over so I can binge it.
Yeah,
which I think is a similar situation where it's not going to be as good. But
yeah, I haven't seen.
I don't know. I might go watch it immediately right now. Now that I think about it, because I haven't thought about it in a while.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's definitely on my list. I'm definitely going to watch it before I watch Severance. That's for sure.
I mean, I don't think you're ever going to watch Severance.
I will eventually. But I got to watch some paint dry first.
Yeah, no doubt. Severance is the best show in the last 5 years. But
All right. What? Anything else that's tickling your fancy in the world of television?
Fuck. Not really, man. I think we touched on the ones like Thursdays are my time to catch up on Dave and Ted Lasso, and that's fucking great for and back to back. So I like last night. Nuggets got me feeling like I was on like euphoria drugs, and then I mean, I don't really have much else. I mean, what about you?
No, not really anything going on. We didn't talk about it earlier. We can just real quick get it, touch on it before we get out of here. Who do you have tonight? Boston or Miami? We haven't really talked about Boston or Miami.
Yeah, you're right. Boston. I'm going Boston. I think my minus 9.5 is disrespectful though. Yeah.
I think there's definitely money to be had. There's always money to be had in Miami spread, I think.
I mean, the Heat with how they've been playing and like the momentum that they have, they're not getting beat by double digits.
Spoelstra cracked the code at like just the right time. He figured out exactly what to do with these guys right now. And if this team were in the playoffs next year, I don't think they would win 3 games in their first series. But for whatever reason, the stars have aligned, and Spoelstra is doing all of the exact right things at the exact right time with the exact right players. So props to him. Yeah. That's this playoff run. I think a lot of people are talking about. A historic run for the Nuggets, and they deserve their roses for that. LeBron in year 87, as some people would have you believe, making it as an 8 seed to the Western Conference Finals, and I think after everybody got over the oh my god, they gentlemen swept the number 1 team in the entire league. They didn't really talk much about the series with the Knicks because I think everybody said, oh well, the Knicks kind of suck. I was like, well, do you remember what the Knicks did to the Cavs and how Jalen Brunson has looked like an absolute god on the court in some of those games? So they discredit them in that series, and then they steal a game in Boston, who's the odds-on favorite before last night were the odds-on favorite to win the championship, and nobody really talks about it that much. So I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
Yeah. Agreed. And I think it's just funny that the Heat is going to continue to be like huge underdogs no matter what, and so you can definitely just find money at any point with these huge spreads. It's the Eastern Conference Finals; like there aren't going to be blowouts. It's not going to be easy games, and if it is, then I mean, if the Heat would have lost Game 1, that's the only way you justify an almost double-digit spread, but they didn't.
Yeah, the 9.5 is strange to me. I do think Boston will win, more than likely, but I have to bet on Miami in every game because I told myself after they won their third game against Miami, I said, okay, well I'm just gonna bet on every game that they play, still thinking that the Bucks would come back and win, but naively. But after there's all right, I'm just betting their money line, or if they're favored, their spread in every single game as long as they're in the playoffs, and I'm up quite a bit. So, and it's a lot of that is I've profited off of this disrespect. So, I do have their money line tonight. I don't think that's the smart play. I definitely think plus 9.5 is the smart play. Maybe with a little under sprinkle in there, but maybe I'm just riding high on my unders from last night. Thank you, by the way, for that. That under was sizzling.
A lock.
Yeah, under 226. Are you shitting me?
Yeah.
Never a doubt. Unless it went in overtime, but yeah.
Anyway, that's all I got. Is that our show?
Hey, that's our show. We'll be back maybe next week. I don't know. We'll
for sure.
Check in. We'll check. Yeah, either it'll be us or if Shelby can't be here, we'll be here. I got shit to do for 2.5 months.
I think Shelby should record a podcast alone.
Yeah, Shelby. Yeah, or Shelby should record a companion podcast after I post this. He should record a commentary podcast. He should have to do like DVD commentary of the podcast.
Yeah. We should just get a Shelby soundboard moving forward, and then we'll just like throw in random sound bites during the podcast.
Yeah, and then none of them are going to be nice. It's all just mean shit, just like real Shelby.
Oh, okay.
All right, that's our show.
the sun sleeps late and pours himself a shot of tequila. It's a little place called Pleasure Island. That's where I'd like to feel ya. It's easy to find just beyond the last wave, where the dolphins and whales are up mating. Sail all day and all night and then take a hard ride. That's where I'll be awaiting. Pleasure Island, island of pleasure. No need to stop and think. Pleasure Island, a beautiful treasure. Come on down and have a drink.